I mean, she's been doing it for years.
I have been doing it for years. I'm like just been maintaining since Glow a pretty steady layer of muscle. But I've been trying to get a little more buffed up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. We always love seeing you guys together.
We're happy to be here.
Individually, but together even more.
Thank you.
Speaking of which,
Unavoidable.
I think we last had you in for The Rental, which was so exciting and such an amazing thing to see. So I know that, Dave, you didn't direct this one.
No.
But what about, and I know you guys obviously having lived together and you write together and you're just in this incredible sort of loop of collaboration. Is it something that you guys have like hit your stride with? Do you love it?
Yes.
Yeah, we wanna keep going, and as
Definitely.
long as people keep letting us do it, we're just like, we feel like we're getting away with something.
Yeah.
But no, for whatever reason, we just work really well together, and it's one of these things when we're acting together, like in this film, we're just so comfortable, obviously, with each other, which allows us to kind of take more risks and have fun with the material, and also like, we know each other so well that like if one of us has an inauthentic moment, we know that the other one sees it, and so it forces us to be our best.
Do our best work.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Can you elaborate on the feedback process as creative
It's
part?
honestly, you feel it yourself, and before the other person
Totally.
says it, you're like, I know.
Oh God, we're never giving each other
No.
notes on set. It's true. It's mostly just like you can feel it. Ew, I can tell that was false, and I know Dave knows.
Yeah.
So I know we can't say too much about this conceit, except a lot of people are excited for it. We can safely say it's genre, right?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
it gets there. And
Yeah.
What about that was sort of exciting to you? And I know there are overarching emotional themes too that make sense for that story.
Yeah, I mean, this script was so fun to read. Dave had met with the director, Michael Shanks, about another project, and then they started talking about horror films and their love of those, and Shanks sent the script to Dave, and he sent it to me, and when I read it, I loved this marriage of theme and tonal set pieces. Like I think horror is at its best when you could strip away all the horror elements and the theme and the story could stand alone on their own. So this is an exploration of codependency, of intimacy, of how much one loses their identity within a relationship, and like when that turns from romantic to scary. But then on top of it, the set pieces were rad. Like they were
It's a
so
horror movie.
fun.
It's a full-on horror movie.
Definitely. Like then you
Yes.
add those all on and they all fuel the story and take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So that made us really excited. We love horror. And I think, I know I'm always looking for the right horror project to do. And it's a tall order because you know how much your energy you're gonna have to exert as an actor in a horror movie. You're just at a 10 the whole time.
It's
and
cool
this
that-
was the one.
Yeah, it's cool that like Demi Moore is getting recognized because actors in horror movies are doing so much.
Stakes have never been higher, and she's incredible.
Yeah.
We love The Substance.
Yeah.
And that it would get a Best Picture nomination as a
It's
body horror
incredible.
film.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
And hopefully we'll, especially with a body like the Academy, horror might have its day now.
Exactly.
Forward.
Yes.
So we'll
Yeah.
see you guys up there next year, please. Codependency is, I think, an interesting thing that like sort of has been co-opted by like a TikTok generation where like we all say gaslighting now, but I don't know if we know what it means.
Yes.
What was sort of your concept of that, and has it changed or evolved through the making of this?
It's funny that you say that because I do feel like we are even throwing the word around a lot as we're doing this press tour and talking about our own codependency in a way that's like light and fun. But true codependency is insidious. Like I think that is the actual thing that we're exploring in the movie is like, is unhealthy codependency when there's a real fear of separating. And I think that, you know, and also when a couple's identity and self-esteem is all wrapped up in being together and they sort of think, if I'm separated from this person, I don't exist. That is the darker realm that we're taking it to in this movie. But I agree that you're right. Everyone throws around now. It's like, we use it almost to mean like, we love each other.
We like each other a lot, yeah.
We like hanging out.
Yeah. We're the light, fun codependency.
Yeah.
Gaslighting can mean like just vague now. Like it's like you just
Yeah.
gaslighting me. Like I don't know. It's so. But what an interesting parallel too for your creative careers because you're incredibly viable and standalone. But like it's like you said, you love doing it as long as you can get away with it.
Yeah.
And do you find that like I'm not sure what the pacing has been for you two, but do you find that like it's really helpful sometimes when you after you work together to go off on your own and do something?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, for many reasons, but one being we don't want to burn people out on us, but also it's nice to just kind of go off and then like get excited again about being like, ooh, we haven't done anything in a while. Let's figure something
Yeah.
out. Like, I have the seed of an idea. Should we write a script about this? Or
Totally.
yeah,
It's helpful in maintaining our own independence, truly.
true. Yeah.
And also, it's fun. I love watching Dave's work, so it's fun when you go off and do something else, then it's a treat for me to see that and see you doing something different. And it's nice, yeah, to flex different muscles. It's good to also work with other people
For sure.
that you're not married to, I think, and have new experiences. These are like good things for one's life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I know, are you about to start Masters of the Universe?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you have to like put on 40 pounds of muscle or something? I'm not sure. how that goes.
Obviously.
I mean,
He's been doing it for years.
I have been doing it for years. I'm like just been maintaining since Glow, pretty steady layer of muscle.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to get a little more buffed up.
that's such a good point. Glow is like a total, like you just have muscle memory now from that.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
I really do. It's
miss that shit
exciting. Me too.
Oh my God. So what, like, were you like at all, I'm sure you definitely were into HeMan as a kid, right? Were you? No?
I yes, but I'm not a super
Your
fan.
brothers were.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I remember watching it as a kid.
Sure.
Like I just less than remembering the show itself and details about the show, I more just remembered the act of like being in front of the TV watching the show and She-Ra, of course. But it has been fun to go back and watch episodes of the original cartoon. It's cheeky, it's weird, it's funny.
It's like that phenomenon of where like it's just a bunch of like 40-year-old men stoners who write that.
Yeah.
Like it's just almost like the Thor in the day. I'm like, this is almost like drag queenish.
And our friends who are 40-year-old stoners, they have now come up to her every time they see her and they will sing the He-Man
In its
the theme
entirety,
song.
yes. I've been serenaded many a time.
That is so cool. And you're here with Bubble and Squeak, which
Yes.
is awesome. It's a very heightened world.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Ah,
loved you in the bear costume.
Thank you, thank
talk
you.
about muscles.
I mean, it's just all the cabbage just breaking under your muscles.
I've been scared to go to her gym that she's been going to for 15 years because I was like, I can't be seen at the same place with her working out. I can't keep up with this. But I finally did for Bubble and Squeak.
He
because
can hang.
I was also like, if I'm just gonna be in a cabbage diaper, I gotta do some stuff.
That I support athletic codependence all the way.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I learned overnight was that apparently, like, you're about to be in Ryan Murphy's Luigi Manang story.
I'm learning about it too.
Are you?
Kidding.
No.
I'm kidding, but like seriously, no one will leave you alone about that. Everyone thinks
We're
you should
getting
play.
the call right now.
You and
It
Penelope
comes up frequently. Yeah.
Such a bizarre thing. I mean, the crazy part is we probably will see a movie about this sooner rather than later.
We'll see. I mean,
Not from you necessarily.
It's anyone's
right,
guess.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard for me to say anything.
What else do you have coming up that we just?
I'm doing a Colleen Hoover adaptation called "Regretting You"
Fantastic.
with Allison Williams.
The other Allison, as I like to call her.
She should come catch you after the gym. Yes.
She's been to that gym. She's been to the
Has she
gym.
really?
Yes. You guys can bond over that.
Oh my God.
But I'm excited about that just because I've never done a kind of full-on drama, romance type thing. So it felt like something new and exciting.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And are you guys writing together at all, or do you have anything?
You know, we're writing apart
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
I am working on a new sort of horror script right now with a new writing partner, Alice Stanley Jr., who's a playwright, and she's very talented. And so we're working on sort of a horror comedy currently.
I just wrote a kind of another thriller, horror type
Sort of
thing.
Amazing.
erotic thriller.
If you will, yes. And we have something an old idea of mine that we might
That we might
collaborate
start
on.
working
Another
on it
horror movie.
together.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a really big risk because I don't want to bring up a bad memory. But Allison, you told me that once, weren't you writing something about the loss of your cat?
The loss
I'm
of,
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't
I think we were talking about the rental, and you said you two were writing a story that was a little bit.
You know what?
Because in Somebody I Used to Know. Oh, what were you going to say? I was going to say.
Maybe we were saying that Harry's, our older cat, his last hurrah was when we were filming the rental.
When we were filming the rental, we brought our cat Harry, and that was him seeing the ocean for the first time.
Yeah, the greatest last couple months of his life.
And then we wrote into our film Somebody I Used to Know, which you can watch on Amazon.
Love it.
We wrote a lot of odes to our late cat Harry, and we named that cat Harry.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that in that movie. But we have 2 new cats. I mean, they're already 4 years old.
Oh my God.
Otis and Max. So don't worry, we have new loves of our lives.
Just, like ruin your fucking day. I feel so bad, but I just remember like there's a script. And then if I, in a very natural transition, we are here with Audible, and I was just wondering, are you guys podcast people? And like, what do you find exciting about that space as storytellers?
I am the podcast person. I'm
There
never
will be
not.
no
listening.
moments of silence around her.
If I had it my way,
podcast will always be going.
my eyes open and I put a podcast on to start my day. I like to walk around listening to a podcast.
Name the ones you love.
I love Every Outfit. I love Las Culturistas. I love the Handsome Pod. These are all my queer pop culture podcasts. Those are my top 3. I listen to them religiously. Of course, we love Smartless and Conan O'Brien. WTF with Mark Maron, wouldn't miss it. There's just so many. The DGA pod, if I'm feeling highbrow, you know.
Team Deacons.
Oh, wow. If I'm feeling very highbrow.
What I love about what WTF, especially when Glow was on, is that he would always just call it Glow. I'm on Glow.
Let him.
That's how he pronounced it.
Let
you know what? He can do whatever he wants.
Was he doing a joke, or is that just how it came out?
That's how it
That's how it came out. That's very
the noise that
endearing.
came out of it. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. And what about you? What do you, and especially storytellers, like, is that something that interests you? Or?
It's so fun.
In terms of
do
like
you mean
narrative
like if we
podcasts?
were to make a podcast?
Oh, we don't listen to a lot of narrative podcasts, but we do listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
Oh my God, okay.
But we love biographies and memoirs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's our go-to. When we're listening, I feel like I'm pop culture in my podcasts. Or like, I've done the murder podcasts as well and those stories. But yeah, we love an audiobook.
We saved the Al Pacino book for our Christmas trip up north.
Our road trip.
Yeah.
Third person who's mentioned that here.
Really?
Yes.
It was great.
It's a great time.
Also, can I recommend Julia Fox?
I just
just
listened
did
to
it.
it.
She just did it.
Finished it on the plane here. Down the drain.